Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from everyone's favorite Halo YouTuber. I'm Rehab, your favorite Halo YouTuber, and today we need to talk about cheaters in Halo Infinite. Even though Halo Infinite has only been out for less than 72 hours at the time of recording, it seems that hackers have already started taking over ranked playlists. There have been clips surfacing of players tracking through walls and snapping to heads with aim lock and wall hacks. Although I personally have not yet run into one, at least not knowingly. It's no secret that hackers were going to be a point of contention as soon as 343 announced that Halo Infinite will be launching on PC day one alongside Xbox with crossplay enabled. In one of 343's Inside Infinite blogs, they went into detail about all of the thought and effort they were putting into combating cheaters, calling it an ever-evolving arms race that they were taking very seriously. And while they may not be messing around when it comes to cheaters, it's clear that this could potentially be a game-breaking issue soon if 343 doesn't get the hackers under control. Anyone who doesn't live under a rock knows the huge backlash Call of Duty Warzone has received since it launched, with the biggest content creators essentially quitting the game due to Activision's incredibly slow response to combating cheaters in their game. With Halo Infinite riding the hype train of its launch week, and being in the limelight of the entire gaming scene for the first time in 6 years, Halo cannot afford to suffer the same fate as Warzone. I realize that it's not just a snap of the fingers to fix and it's going to require time and resources, but I genuinely think it needs to be priority number one in order to avoid hackers ruining ranked matchmaking. And while I do have confidence that 343 is taking cheaters seriously and that they're going to try their best to get rid of any and all hackers, I am a little concerned that they will have trouble doing so. This is based on the wording of their April Inside Infinite. They started off by stating, "We felt like we had to make an anti-cheat solution that doesn't get in the way, doesn't root your machine, doesn't block your legitimate application. We want the most unobtrusive thing that ensures a safe way for everyone to play together." Okay, that all sounds good. They continue, "Our anti-cheat philosophy is to make cheating more difficult in ways that don't involve kernel drivers or background services. We've done a lot of work securing the slipspace engine and developing novel ways to protect and change the game to slow down cheat development." I guess that didn't work, huh? When people do cheat, we're focused on catching them through their behavior and not from data that we've harvested from their machines. Now, I do think it is an absolute overall positive that they don't want to have some crazy anti-cheat that runs on your system regardless of whether or not you're playing their game. I'm looking at you, Valorant. But this seems to be an excruciatingly tedious approach to combat hackers. For one, as far as I know, there isn't even a report option to report cheaters if you run into one. How are they going to catch people by their actions if the community can't point them in the right direction? Obviously, they can look at accounts with insane win streaks and kill-death ratios, but then they'll also be grouping in professional players and top amateurs in their monitoring of players. It seems inefficient. And not to mention that smarter cheaters aren't going to just blatantly aim lock the way we've seen so far. They are going to use more subtle cheats like wall hacks and toggle them on and off when need be. This could blur the lines between having great awareness or using wall hacks, and is going to make cheat detection much harder for 343. Another issue is that you don't really have a choice to avoid hackers even if you're playing on Xbox. It looks like there's no way to turn off crossplay with PC. If you are playing ranked, your options are ranked arena, which is crossplay, or solo duo, which is split up by input, either keyboard or mouse or controller. So you will still be playing against PC players with the controller plugged in. I think that if someone is cheating, they will most likely be on keyboard and mouse. But nothing is stopping players from mapping their toggle hacks button onto their controller. I've always leaned towards console gaming, even having a gaming PC, because I personally hate having the thought of cheaters on my mind. I feel like I use it as an excuse at times, thinking he might be hacking when I'm losing, when I should be focusing on things I could be doing better. But at this current state, there is no way to avoid PC players in ranked. I know that Halo Infinite is technically in beta right now, and the community may be inclined to use that as defense for having cheaters in the game, as the game is not being complete or it's not out yet. But let's be real, this is the full game release. This is exactly what we would have gotten on December 8th if they held release until then. They wouldn't have moved the release up at all if it wasn't ready. They are only using the beta term as a safeguard against any unforeseen issues that could have occurred. So with the game being hacked within 3 days of release, we need swift action by 343 in order to protect legitimate players and make sure that no one's fun is ruined by players exploiting the game. All in all, I am really happy about the launch of Halo Infinite. I have been playing more Halo than ever, having the most fun I've had in years, and I'm genuinely excited to play every single day after work. Sure, there are plenty of gripes I have with the game, you can see my initial impressions if you'd like to know more, but overall I'm just happy to be enjoying Halo again. And although I have not personally run into cheaters yet, my experience is not the experience of everyone. And with Halo in the spotlight for the first time in forever, we can't let players with aimlock and wall hacks ruin our rise back to the top of the gaming world. And that brings us to the end of this video. Let me know if you're having issues with hackers or if you've seen any of the crazy aimlock clips out there. And if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing for some more Halo Infinite content. I'm trying to keep to a daily upload schedule, so any support would be appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Later.